Hello children. Today we are going to learn another lesson in geography. Lesson number 6, Natural Regions. Here students, you can see the green grass, the forest, the snowfall, the different animals, the birds, the different kinds of food, the dressing of the people, human life. Do we see all these different things in the world that we see in our surroundings? No, we don't see everything in our surroundings, but we see these educational and informative in the TV programs, in your geographic channel. Why is all this different all over the world? What causes this difference, children? There are differences in the terms of the landforms, in the climate, soil, in different parts of the world. And this difference is mainly due to the availability of sunlight and water in that region. So therefore the differences in the climate, in the soil, that has an impact on the flora and fauna. That is the different animals, the trees. Then based on the climate, the different clothes are worn, the dresses, the houses are made in a different manner. Where it is snowing, they will make different types of houses. Where there are heavy rainfall. Okay, so based on that, there is biodiversity in different parts of the world. On the other hand, students, there are similarities. There are same climate, vegetation and animal life in different continents that spread between certain latitudes, And which are the different continents? Asia, Australia, Africa, Antarctica, Europe, North America and South America. These are the 7 continents, children. And these similarities, they stand out as distinctive features. These regions, based on their natural factors means based on the nature, they are called natural regions. Based on the natural factors, they are called natural regions. And in this chapter, we are going to study about the different natural regions which are based on the same climate or same vegetation and animal life. The different natural regions, children, which we are going to study in this chapter are the tundra region, the taiga region, the grasslands, the hot desert region and the equatorial region. Now, as we said, they are based on the different latitudes. Now see here, children, 0 degrees, here is the equator, okay, and we have learnt that near the equator it is very hot. So between 5 degrees north and 5 degrees south of the equator, we have the equatorial region, and near the equator the temperature is very high. There's too much of heat and rainfall throughout the year. Here we have 5 degrees north and south, we have the equatorial region near the equator. Remember, near the equator, equatorial region. We will study in detail in further, but just understand the location. Then we will go, here you can see white, that is the snow. Here between 65 degrees, children, 65 degrees to up 90 degrees north parallels. Here it is the tundra region. It is very cold in this region, children. This is called the tundra region. And approximately same year between 55 degrees and 65 degrees north parallels, you will see the taiga region. Here also it is cold. Okay, the winter temperature is below 0 degrees. So we learned that tundra region is here between 65 degrees to 90 degrees, very cold. Then below the tundra, we have the taiga region, 55 degrees and 65 degrees north parallels. Here also it is cold, snowfall. Then we learnt near the equator, equatorial region. Then near above the equatorial region, children, between 20 degrees and 30 degrees, here also there is dry climate, dry air. Here also it is hot. Here is the desert region. Okay, between 20 degrees and 30 degrees north and south parallels, here you will get the desert, hot desert region. And you know, hot deserts means it is very, very hot and very low rainfall, and nights are little cold, but daytime it is very, very hot, and the air which moves around is called Lu. Now only the next region which we are going to study is the grasslands. Now grasslands, children, can be divided as near the tropics. Here you can see between 5 degrees and 20 degrees. Here are the Sudan type, very, very hot and humid, and steppes and prairies are between 30 degrees to 55 degrees, which are near the tropic, that is near the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. And one is the temperate, that is between 30 degrees and 55 degrees north and south parallels. But you have to just understand the grasslands, where the vegetation is mostly only grass. No trees grow, only grass. And we will study in detail in the next slide. Yes, children. Now we will study in detail about the tundra region. As we saw that tundra region, where does it lie? Between 65 degrees to 90 degrees parallels, and it is found in the Greenland, Canada, Europe. And as he said, it is very, very cold. There is very short grass, small shrubs, and they do not last. They are very short-lived, children. You will get flowers and lichens, moss. And the animal life are the polar bears, the reindeers, the walrus. And you will see these animals, children, they have thick fur. See, nature has given them this thick fur so that they are protected from the snow. Okay. See, this is the seal and this is the lichen moss. Lichen moss is the fungus which grows on the trees. And see their houses, children. They are making houses out of blocks of ice, snow. These houses are called igloo. And see the people there are called Eskimos. Yes, we feel wow, they are in the snow, they are in the ice, it is so nice. But they have a tough life, children. And their main occupation, that is the work which they do, is hunting and fisheries. Okay, hunting and fishing, that is their main occupation. Now the next region which we are going to study is the taiga region. Taiga region also lies between 55 degrees and 65 degrees north parallels. It is found in Alaska to Atlantic coast. Yes, rainfall is in summer and snowfall is in winter. Here, children, the trees, the vegetation that you will find are the coniferous forest. And see the trees, these trees, children, conifers, they look like our Christmas trees, no? Yes, the leaves are narrow and pointed and they are leaning towards the ground. See, here also nature has bestowed on them these type of leaves so that when it is snowing, the leaves are pointing towards the ground. So the snow will automatically slide downwards. Okay. And the trees, which are the coniferous trees, children, the wood is used, it is very light and soft wood. See the different animals that are found in the taiga region, children. They are the caribous or the reindeer, the eggs, the silver fox, the bears. Yes, you can see the black bear here, the bobcat, the eagle, the wolf. And all these animals, children, they have a thick fur on their body. Soft and thick fur to protect them from the winters, from the snow. And the main occupation is lumbering and hunting. Now, what is lumbering, children? Lumbering is when they cut the wood. Now they have the coniferous forest. So that wood is soft and they make use of that pulp of that wood and they make paper. They make boxes out of that soft wood, packing boxes. Then they hunt animals for their food. Yes, so that is their main occupation, lumbering and hunting. Now we are going to learn about the grasslands of the temperate region, that is the steppes and the prairies. These grasslands are found between 30 degrees and 55 degrees north and south parallels in the interior parts of the continents. And children, the grasslands have got different names in the different continents, as steppes in Eurasia, velds in South Africa, pampas in South America, prairies in North America, and downs in Australia. You will see patches of grasses. You will not see many trees over here. Only this tree is found is elder and poplar tree you will see in these grasslands. And the grass gets dried up in winter. There are wild animals like the deer, the wolves, the dingoes, and they domesticate animals. That is, they rear animals, as rearing of animals is the main occupation. They domesticate animals like sheep, goat, cattle, horse, donkeys. You know that sheep, they can use the sheep wool. Goat, they can use it for meat. Cattle for milk. So, rearing of animals is the main occupation. Earlier people were living a nomadic life. They used to not stay in the one place for long. They used to keep on moving. So they had houses like this. They were made of hide, that is skin of animals. They were called yurts. And the people were called Kirgis. But today they are not nomads. They don't keep moving. They have made now well built houses. And they also grow wheat. Now we will see here the grasslands of the Sudan type. These grasslands are found between 5 degrees to 20 degrees north and south parallels. Here also you will see there are different names in the different continents. Savannah is in Africa, Queensland is in Australia, Parkland in Africa, and there are other grasslands with different names, students. Here in these Sudan type of grasslands, you will see the grass is tall and thick grass. It is around 6 meters in height. And so this grass is called as elephant grass. Okay. Here also trees are very rare. You will not see many trees. And here in this region, the main tree which is found is, see, this is like an umbrella shaped, or you can say like a canopy. Yes, it is the agave tree or the acacia. Very rarely you will find tree. And here you will see in this region cactus is found. Okay. Here also they have herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals, lion, cheetah, hyena, all the wild animals are found in this. Here too the houses are made with mud. And the people who stay in this region, children, they are the Maasai tribe. They are the Hausa and Zulu. These are the Zulu tribe. These are the Hausa tribe. Yes, can you see them? See, their dressing is all different. They are mostly in African countries and they are staying between 5 degrees to 20 degrees. So the summer temperature is around 35 degrees Celsius. It is very, very hot in this region. Now the next region is the equatorial region. As I explained to you, equator. It lies between 5 degrees north and 7 degrees south of the equator. You can see here, children, this is the equator. Yes, and this is lying near 5 degrees north and 5 degrees south of the equator. It is high heat and rainfall throughout the year. Okay, see here, children, you can see the people over here. You can see their houses and very less population, and they are mostly tribes, and these tribes are called pygmies, in Africa Boro Indians. Okay, you can see these trees, children, over here. They are dense evergreen forest. They are dense forest, and the animals you can see here, the chimpanzees, the gorilla, the hornbill. See the hornbill, the chimpanzees, the gorilla, and they have a poisonous insect. That insect is called tessie tessie fly. Okay, and the population, as I said, they are all tribes, and their main occupation is they are depending on this nature. Now the last region which we are going to study is the hot desert region. Now the hot desert region, children, it is hot. The word says it is hot. It lies between 20 degrees and 30 degrees north and south parallels. You will find these in the western parts of the continents, in North Africa, North America, and see the names. Sahara is in North Africa, Colorado Desert in North America, Atacamas in South America, Kalahari in South Africa, and in Asia we have the Thar Desert. There's too much tremendous heat and very low rainfall, and nights are very cold. And the only vegetation mostly you will find here, children, is the cactus. Okay, which plant you will get here is the cactus and these date palm trees. Now which is the most important animal of the desert? It is the camel. Because the camel's, children, can survive for days without water, and it is an important animal because it is useful for transport. Otherwise it is so difficult to go around in the desert. So camel is an important animal, and they domesticate other animals like the donkeys, the sheep, the oxen. The people in this region, they are called the Bedouins in Sahara region, the Bushmen in the Kalahari, the Aborigines in Australia. Yes, rearing of animals is the main occupation. That is, they domesticate the animals, and these animals fulfill their needs, as they can use few of these animals for their food. They use the camel for transportation. So their needs are fulfilled through the animals. And as there is less water, only their agriculture will be confined to where there is a small patch of water or valley or the oasis. Now children, we studied the different natural regions, and natural regions we studied that they were found in specific latitudinal extent. Now we are going to study the monsoon region, and this region stands out due to the local condition. It stands out because of specific winds blowing there, and we will find this monsoon region in the north and south of the equator, between 10 degrees and 30 degrees north and south parallel. Here, children, you will find different kinds of trees. There are deciduous forest. We will have the banyan tree, the peepal tree, the teak, the bamboo tree. Here you can see the bamboo tree. Okay, and we will have wild animals such as the tiger, the lion, the cheetah, the elephant, the bear, the snakes. Then they have the peacocks, the cuckoo. Then the domesticate animals like cattle, goats, and horses. And here you can see their house, children. It's a small hamlet. It's like a small hut. Okay, and the main occupation of the people in the monsoon region, The main work that they do is agriculture. Now, after studying the monsoon region, we will study the Mediterranean region. This region also stands out due to the local condition. In the Mediterranean region, children, it is known for its rainfall in winters. Okay. And the Mediterranean region extends between 30 degrees and 40 degrees parallels in both hemispheres. You will find this region in Portugal, Spain, Algeria, and as I said, it rains in winter. Here you will see mainly the Mediterranean forest. You will see these trees. They remind you of the Christmas tree. Yes, you will find them. They are the coniferous forest. And children, they, due to animal husbandry, they domesticate animals such as goat, sheep, cows, and horses. The main seat of the Mediterranean region is the, here you can see Greece, here you can see Rome. So Mediterranean region is the main seat or center of the Greek and the Roman civilization. Yes, the Greek and the Roman civilization. The main occupation, the main work that these people do here is agriculture. Mostly fruits and flowers they grow, they cultivate. And the main food, the main staple diet they eat is wheat products. And their dressing, you can see children, it is colorful. They wear colorful costumes. Now we learnt in this chapter, children, about the different natural regions. Then we learnt the monsoon region, the Mediterranean region. We learnt about the climate, their vegetation, the occupation. And as one travels from the equator to the poles, the biodiversity narrows down, as this leads to the issue of availability of natural resources. There are differences in the environment, so the resources also are different in the different natural regions. And the use of resources depends upon that region's progress. It depends on the progress in science and technology. And we know that the natural resources, we have to use it very carefully, children. The water, the trees, the environment. Not only the human life, but the entire living world, even the animals, all on the earth depend on the available natural resources. So while utilizing, when we are using these resources, natural resources, we must think of all the living organisms. Okay. Thank you, children.